Hi Insiders, welcome. This week is a little bit different. I'm joining you from my beautiful Airstream, and I'm going to talk to you about body shape. So this is probably the most important week for the Closet Love Challenge, and that is because how you dress your body shape is really going to showcase your best features, right? We talked about at the beginning really loving yourself, and we moved through getting rid of the things that you don't like and that don't fit you into your seasons, and this week we're talking about body shape. So between body shape and seasons, those are the two most important parts of your closet. So I really want you to focus on discovering what your body shape is so that you can dress it and love it. What I hear from a lot of people is they say, oh my gosh, you look so great. I wish I could be like you. Well, sister, you don't. I'm 5'10", and I have a very, very hard to fit body shape, and let's face it, that is absolutely every one of us. But what I have learned is how to dress my body shape, okay? And I'm going to teach you how to dress your body shape. So let me adjust this just a little bit, and we'll get going. Always an adventure around here. Always an adventure. Okay, we'll see if that works. Lighting is always a little bit of a challenge in here. Always. The sun is reflecting off of the aluminum. Anyway, so there are 5 different body shapes, and there will be a graphic on the Spirit Love page after this video posts so that you can identify what your body shape is. The first one that we're going to talk about is Pear, and that is where your shoulders are smaller than your hips. Let's see if I can get this to cooperate just a little teeny tiny bit. Okay, that'll be more helpful. Perfect. So your shoulders are more narrow than your hips. You can have a smaller chest, but usually your hips are larger. If you're a Pear, you know that you're a Pear most of the time. So then the next one that we're going to talk about is an hourglass body shape, where your shoulders and your hips are about the same width, and your waist is a little bit more narrow. You can have a larger chest, but if your chest and shoulders are larger than your hips, then you are an inverted Pear. And an inverted Pear is just that, where your hips and your shoulders, or your chest and your shoulders are wider than your hips. And then the next that we'll talk about is an apple body shape, where there's little to no definition here in the midsection. You might have a little bit of a tummy, but it just means that there's no definition here. And then the next one is a banana body shape, and usually that's somebody who has a little bit of a boyish figure, maybe more of an athletic build. So I hope that helps you identify a little bit. You can cross over into different ones. You can be an apple-y Pear, or an hourglassy Pear, or a banana apple. You can mix and match. Like, we'll have a fruit salad, okay? So the first one we're going to talk about is a Pear, and I'm going to give you just some really quick tips so while you're shopping you can know exactly what you want to look for, and know that for Spirit Love, I look for clothes that are going to fit the most amount of people rather than just one. And as an example of something that I don't often carry a lot of, and I've actually only had it maybe once or twice, is a plum top, where it's more fitted on the top and it's wider here. Many of us in the Insiders Club have had babies, and after you have babies, usually your hips get wider and you have more weight around the midsection. And a peplum is just not very flattering for a lot of people, and the cut is really, really challenging. I'm going to share some tips with you about that too. So know that when you're shopping with me, most of the clothes are going to be great for you. You don't have to try to weed through, oh my gosh, is this going to work for me or not? So this is a really good example of something that's going to be great for a Pear shape. It has these nice side dips. It's flowy, so it's just really going to create a very nice silhouette. just really, really chic. That'll help balance the top and the bottom. So what you want to do with a pear is you want to balance the top with the bottom. So one thing that you don't want to do a lot of, if you are a pear, is this number. This is not a good look. If this is your largest part of your body, you want to avoid printed leggings, that's what I should say. Printed leggings like the plague. It is not flattering. It just says, hello, I have a wide rear end. If you are a pear, the best thing for you to do is to pair it with something that is more flowy. So the only part that is visible is this part down here, which you can't see. I'll move back a little bit. This part down here, you want to really cover up the widest part of your body. So maybe having a top that, if you're going to wear leggings, that will start about here, maybe just a little bit higher. But really what you want to make sure that you're covering your bottom. Everybody should cover their bottom and their crotch, because it's just not flattering. Leggings are not pants. They're super comfy, but anyway, so leggings are a no-no on the bottom unless you have just this part exposed, okay? Now we're talking about average body shapes, so if you are more petite, you're going to want to adjust this, and you won't want to wear a boot that is higher. We'll talk about petites a little bit later. Another thing for a pear shape is you want to create visual weight up on top, right? Because all of your weight is down here. So you can create visual weight by having something of a wider collar that's going to really create a nice silhouette, and it's going to balance the eye. It's all an illusion, okay? All of everything that I'm teaching you, whether you're a pear or an hourglass, whatever you are, it's all an illusion, right? The secret celebrities look amazing all the time because they're dressing for their body shape. Another thing that you want to do is have long lapels if you're a pear, because it's going to keep the eye going around. Think of a piece of artwork, and a really great piece of artwork, the artist has created so your eye stays going inside of the whole piece. You want to do that with your outfit too. You don't want to have just like hodgepodgey, so like there's a disconnect. You want to keep the eye moving. So having longer lapels, having a wider lapel, these are all going to be secrets to dressing for your body shape. So just to recap, you want to have a print up on top, something like this. Again, this is something that almost every body shape can wear. Having a print up on top is going to be better because you don't have as much weight here. You have more weight here, so wearing a solid on the bottom is going to be much better for a pear, and wearing a print up on top, as opposed to wearing a print down below and a solid up top. You can do it, you just want to make sure that the majority or all of your weight is being covered. Okay, so moving along to hourglass. Pardon me, this is so dry. Okay, so hourglass. You want to balance the top and the bottom. One of the challenges for an hourglass is you can have a larger chest. So what do? Having a V cut, not like a low V cut, but just a V neck is going to keep the eye moving around. Okay, so something like this is going to be really, really great. You can wear a print up on top. That's going to be super flattering. You can also wear something like this, even if you have a large chest, okay, because this is above your chest. It's just going to keep the eye moving around. One thing that you don't want to do, and this is a little bit of a no-no, but it is cold out, so it's right now survival of the fittest, is you don't want to have a turtleneck. If you have a large chest, you want to avoid having a turtleneck because it gives you the uniboob look, and that's just not flattering. Oh, goodness. Good thing I turned off my fire. Okay, so, many times what I hear from an hourglass gal, particularly one who has a larger chest, is, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because you just have like this, right? Like the scarf just sits right here on your chest and it's not flattering. So one thing that you can do, let's just get rid of this for a quick second, is to kind of shimmy it down a little bit and stagger them. You can maybe leave a little bit of a space, but what it's going to do is it's going to create a nicer silhouette. so then it's not just going to sit right here. Okay? So you can wear a scarf for sure. The other thing that an hourglass wants to do is, again, these are things that I would show to just about every body shape, because there are different things that work for every body, and your eye is going to pick up on the right thing, is having a jacket and outerwear that creates a silhouette. You really want to emphasize that silhouette. All right? Okay, so moving on to apple. This is one of my favorite body shapes to dress because you can wear all the things that I cannot. I cannot wear skirts that have a ruffle here because it's going to make my waist and hips look larger, but an apple can wear all of that. So that's one tip. Look for skirts that have just a ruffle on the bottom. Ruching right here is phenomenal for an apple shape because it's going to keep the eye moving. Remember, repeat after me. It's all an illusion. It's really all it is. A wrap dress is actually really great for every body shape because of the same reason for everybody. It creates definition in the midsection. It shows off midsection, or the definition in the midsection. It has a V shape. Super, super, super flattering. So it's a little bit more challenging to see on this, but a wrap for an apple is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Here's another example, very similar to what I showed for the pear body shape, is this. And the reason this one is different is because it has definition in the midsection, all right? So you can wear stripes. If the top is a harder to fit part of your body, you still can wear stripes. Make sure that they're variegated, where it's differing in widths and there's a little bit more going on, because it's going to keep the eye moving. It goes like this, right? So this is phenomenal. Great, great, great. And it has shape in the back, so it's going to create the illusion that you have a waist where you don't have one. This is another example that's going to be really great. You just have something that's unique and it keeps the eye moving around. This is a little bit lower of a turtleneck or a cowl neck, so again, it has that circular motion. This is going to be really, really great. Apple shape. Another tip for an apple is you want to avoid a chunky heel. You want to have like a kitten heel with a thin heel. You don't want to have a really chunky heel. Like I would still say a Jansko is okay because it's all like the same platform, but I wouldn't do like a go-go boot. I wouldn't do like a wide chunky heel. It's just not going to be attractive because it's going to create more weight at the bottom, and you want to create the illusion that you are light and airy. All right, so then inverted pear is next, where your shoulders are wider than your hips. So you want to create the illusion that the top and the bottom are of the same weight. So my friend, you are the only body shape who should be wearing printed leggings, but please cover your hiney because it's still not attractive. This is going to be great because you're adding all of the weight to the bottom, and any other body shape who wears this is just going to say, hello, I have a ginormous booty and it is not attractive. Okay, so we're coming into the home stretch. This is a little bit of a long video. Also for an inverted pear is something like this, where there's a little bit more of a fit and flare, a little bit more flounce, because there's more weight here. This is going to be really attractive. This is actually very attractive for just about every body shape because it does the same thing that a wrap dress does for the same reasons. It creates definition where you don't have definition. All right. Oh, one note about our friend Pear. If you are a pear, I need you to make peace with it is going to be darn near impossible for you to find a dress unless the bottom is a fit and flare and unless the bottom is cut on the bias. That means that fabric has weaving like this and then weaving, they go both ways, right? If it's on the bias, it's like this, and then there's nice drape and nice stretch, so it'll just go so smoothly over all of your curves. But if you're a pear, the best thing for you to do is have a separate top and a bottom. Top with printing, bottom with a solid. That's going to be the best thing. Okay, so banana. You can wear just about everything and look amazing, included blingy butt jeans. So super fun. So fun. So you want to create definition. If you don't have a high knee, you want to create definition there. You can wear the peplums and rock it and look amazing. You can wear super feminine things. So chic, chic, chic. One thing that you definitely need to do is I would avoid wearing a shift dress like this without having some sort of a belt. And the reason is it's just going to further accentuate that you don't have curves. And again, you want to create the illusion that you do have curves. So just grab a little belt, a ribbon, something like that. Just tie it around the midsection. It'll keep the eye moving. Okay, so let's say that you're short, okay, petite. Knee-high boots are popular. However, unless you are petite this way and this way, a knee-high boot, they're just so super challenging. By knee-high, I mean like to the knee. A calf-high is going to be better, but you want to create a kind of a monotone silhouette. If I can, words not working. You want to wear the same color all over if you wear a high boot. And the reason is it'll keep the eye moving. You don't want to have a lot of color if you are petite. And I know the challenge for last week was to wear a lot of color, which is great because I want you to get out of your comfort zone of only wearing black and brown and blue and cream and stuff like that. But you want to be a little bit more mindful of where things stop and start. So for a petite gal, I think it's better to have an ankle bootie or a mid-calf and not really go higher. Higher than that is really going to cut you off at the knees and make you look shorter. Particularly, like this Kelsey fits me like a dress, but I'm 5'10". So if you are more petite, it's going to be a little bit lower, and then if you're only showing this much, it's going to make you look like you're this tall, and we want to make you taller and thinner. So, proportions. You want to have shirts that end right about here. This is for everybody. Write this down. You want to have shirts that end at the widest part of your body, and you can go a little bit above and a little bit below. This is a great length because it's a little bit below the widest part of my body. You don't want to wear something that if you're petite, you don't want to wear something that's super long because it's going to cut you off at the knees, right? But some gals, depending on what you're wearing and how you're wearing it, like you could wear a duster with skinny jeans if you're petite and you totally look fine because you're creating the silhouette that you are long and lean. What won't work, have to go over here to the other part, is if you are petite, you don't want to wear something that is wide and billowy with something that is wide and billowy because then it's going to make you look even shorter. You could wear wide and billowy if it's shorter, okay? Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense. It's a little bit more crazy to not do it in a live because I don't get feedback, but I still would like likes and hearts because they're just plain awesome. Okay, so shirts. Now let's say that's shirts and jackets. You want them to be about here or about here, okay? It's a nice length, right about at the widest part of the body. If you have a short to normal length torso, you can wear a cropped jacket. Totally fine. If you have a long torso, you should avoid it like the plague because it's going to make your torso look even longer. If you have a long torso, and I didn't say this about the apple shape, I have so many tips floating around in my head, it's hard for me to just, oh, hey, these are all my tips. If you are an apple shape or you have a long torso, you want to wear a higher waisted pant, okay? Because what it's going to do is it's going to create the illusion that you are more proportional, it is more pleasing to the eye, you're really going to like your outfits a lot more because your pants are going to come up a little bit higher. If you have a shorter torso, you want to wear something that comes a little bit lower as opposed to something that comes higher because it's going to make you look like you have a longer torso than a shorter torso. Okay, so those are some tips to get you started on dressing for your body shape. I hope this was so helpful for you. Leave comments down below. I will love to help you just help you discover what's best for your body shape. So tell me in the comments below what your body shape is, and your challenge for this week is you need to go through your closet and get rid of all the items that do not work for your body shape. If you have leggings, and I know that they are really popular, I need you to find longer tunics that are going to cover your behind. It's just a really good tip for everybody's body shape, including inverted pairs. And remember to post a purge picture in the Insiders Club so that you can be entered in this week's giveaway. And remember, just like last week, there are going to be style cues for your for photos, so make sure you post those in the Insiders Club. I can't wait to see your outfits this week. They're going to be awesome. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you later. Bye!